Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. Please throw me a like or a thumbs up if you are joining me this morning. I am going to teach a yoga class, and the yoga class today is based on water, the element of water. In Sanskrit it's called Jalam, and I am blessed to be by a lake, so I'm going to be flowing very slowly with rhythm of fluidity. As you might know, I have a background in dance, so I'm going to have you practice with me in dancing on the mat and do some fluid movements where we'll feel more lubricated. I hope that this will help you cleanse, and so happy that you joined me. So join me on the mat. So if you have a block and you like to sit on the block, go ahead and make your way into the block. And just find yourself sitting on your sitting bones. The legs can be bent, crossed, or they can be straight out, whatever feels comfortable. And just take a moment to close your eyes and paying attention here to your breath and noticing the sound of water. Thinking of the water here as a cleansing, purifying. Let the breath here increase when you're breathing through your nose into the Ujjayi Pranayama breath. Feel the expansion as the spine rises up to the sky. And when you exhale, feel your shoulders relax down away from your ears. Feel your face soft, eyebrows relax, jaw relax, throat here relax. And slowly as we open your eyes, go ahead, we're going to take a circle through your arms. We're going to bring those arms in front of you, reach them up, and exhale down. And again, inhale. Thank you for joining me this morning if you are joining me now. And again, inhale. Exhale, we'll go the other way, reach it up. Exhale down. And up. And down. Inhale up. And down. Good. We're going to take one arm only. So we're going to start here with your right arm. Reach it to the sky, or will be in your case left. And then go over. Exhale. Then you're going to round the spine over to the side. Circle the arm forward. We're going to switch arms. Reach it across. Turn your body forward. And return to the top. Let's do that circle again. Reach your arm up and over. Turn your chest towards the ground as you reach. You can engage abdominal as you go across. Feel the spine, get a good stretch. And return. We'll do it one more time. Up and over. Do it with fluidity, just like water moves with nice, being good grace. And come back. One more. Inhale. And rotate. Reach forward. And turn. And then come back. Good. We're going to take the shoulders, and I would like for you to really feel that you're lubricating here your shoulders. Feel that inhale as you bring the shoulders up, exhale as you lower the shoulders down. And I want you to do now one at a time. Feel one shoulder at a time. Just feel the body movement here with freedom. Go the other way, moving your shoulder forward nice and slow. Very good. We're going to take the hands together, interlace your fingers, and you're going to circle those hands around your head. And as you inhale, really feel everything here opens up and stretching. Open, inhale, and exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, go the other way. Take your arms around the other way. And around. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Beautiful. And then release. We're going to let the fingers reach down towards the mat. Let your head tilt to the side. Roll the head forward. Take it to the other side. Notice I'm just going sideways, not back. Forward. To the side. Forward. To the side. Again, forward. last one. Wonderful. Come back to the top. We're gonna come to a tabletop. So if you had props like a block or a pillow, move it to the side and join me on your all four. So as you are in your tabletop, we're gonna try to undulate the spine and do this just like you would with the cow and cat, but we're gonna try to move it a little bit with undulation. So what I want you to do is shift the weight back to your knees and round into the cat. Think of that scooping, let the head here wrap, relax in the head. You're gonna shift the weight forward, and as you shift the weight forward, you're gonna think of now lifting the head and thinking tailbone back as you undulate back. So we're gonna create that nice wave through the spine, round in a cat, move forward towards your hands, let the head come up and let the hips rise as you go back into the arch cow. And round into the cat. And exhale back. Remember, this class is about fluidity, moving with grace. So you don't need to be stressing about that you might not look perfect. Just try to feel the movement. It's what that counts. Undulating forward and back. And then come back to that curve and back. Now we're going to go to a puppy stretch. So take those hands out in front. You can just point the fingertips on the front of the mat. Think hips nice and high. And then relax the head between your arms. Feel here the stretch happening all the way through your ribs, shoulder, all the way to your arms. Let your chest open as you relax your head down to the mat. And then listen to the breath against the mat. Feel that full breath. Inhale, exhale. And if this seems too much for your arms, you can always rest your elbows down. But if you can't, try to really reach your wrist forward. And then we slowly come all the way to the floor. So as you are laying down on your stomach, have the hands here slightly apart, not as under your shoulders, but wider. And then you're coming up a little bit higher. Take a breath and feel your abdominal pull into with your spine as you inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to take one shoulder down. Notice that the wrist on the opposite hand will release, and you're gonna look up. Exhale, you inhale up. Let the other shoulder here go down as you look up towards the sky, and inhale. And exhale, let one shoulder go down, and again up. And exhale the other. And come back to the middle. Come all the way down. Now adjust your hands closer. Bend your knees as you push your hips back to a shout pose. Feel yourself mull down, and you can rock those hips a little side to side. And then come back to a tabletop. As you're in your tabletop, go ahead here, find your first downward dog. So tuck those toes under, having the hands here right under the shoulders. Now, if you feel like the wrist is something that you are weaker on, you can take 2 blocks under your hands or thick books to give you less weight on the hands and more into your feet. You're going to come up into your downward dog, and you're going to relax the head between your arms. Now, what I would like for you to do here, you're going to gently press one heel down and one hip back at a time. And as you do this, really creating space to your side, and then you go to the other side. Inhale, exhale. So here you might notice that I'm kind of rotate my feet a little bit. So as I go over to my left, I take my left heel in, and I really open more the space from the left hand to the left hip, and then you do the same thing on the other side. Good. We're going to come back, and now I want you to bend your knees and thinking of drawing your hips back away from your hands. We're going to do the undulation now from your downward dog. So you're going to move, as you move forward, you're going to round in a cat. So you're going to scoop and shift the weight forward in a plank position as you're moving forward. Bend your knees, let the hips go back. Lift, 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 lift up with your tailbone as you feel the stretch to the hamstrings. Then you're going to round, so you're going to think of scooping the belly button in, rounding through the back. Keep curving, keep spreading your shoulders wide apart as you go forward, and then bend the knees, let the head rise as you go back and lift the hips. So I'm going to do this a little bit more fluid, a little bit more with the not so slow, but a little bit faster. So you're going to go forward on the inhale and exhale back. Inhale forward, creating that undulation and curve, and then exhale back. 2 more like this. And back. Inhale. Exhale. Then come back to your downward dog. From here, we're going to slowly pedal once again. And then as you look towards the hands, you're going to make this pedal coming forward. So you're going to start walking and walking until like you feel like, okay, my hands cannot stay anymore. Then you release the hands off. Lengthen, breathe in. Soft the back of those knees and fold yourself in. For the camera's sake, I'm going to turn myself towards you. You're going to bring your hands over to your opposite elbows, relaxing here, your spine forward, and just feel yourself folding in. And then you're going to relax those hips, go side to side, and just relax the head. Feel everything nice and loose. Releasing those arms down. And then you're going to press into the feet as you make your way up. So you're going to slowly articulate the spine, making your way up to the top, and then let the shoulders up, rolling them up and back. One more. Good. You back into a standing position. I want you to feel now your toes pointing forward. I like to think of your second toe after the big toe be the one that's pointing forward, so you know you're parallel and the feet is right under your hips. I'm going to have you do a little bit of a circle around yourself. So for those that are joining just now, this is a class of water inspired. So as you can see, there's a beautiful lake behind me, and we are going to create that as an inspiration of our movement. So as here, I would like you to shift your weight over to your right, forward to the toes, to your left, and then to the heels. And you're going to just let this flow through your feet as you feel your whole body now in fluidity. So it will be a little bit more challenging if you do this with your eyes closed. So if that throws you off balance, just keep your gaze down towards the ground. Otherwise, challenge perhaps yourself by closing the eyes. And this really will help your perception of the space, awareness of what your body is in the space, so you can feel more in control. We're going to reverse. We're going to go over towards the left first, then right, left, and back, left, forward, right, and back, until we'll find the center. Now I want you to move just slightly forward and back. Now as you do this forward and back, I actually want you to take the toes up as you go to your heels, and then you go up on your toes as you rise up your heels, so you can feel your calves working. So you go back and forward, back and forward, and feeling that feet here, creating that good awareness and balance. And as we find both feet even, we're going to flow through sun salutation. So come to the front of your mat, feet here together. I like to think of the big toe, but not necessarily the heels. The hands to your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up, and you can add a gentle back bend. Lift. As you exhale, take the hands from the middle as you fold, and soft the knees, relax your head. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Take a big step here with your left foot back. Big step back. Then the right foot goes back, meets the left in a plank position. Now there you can modify with your knees down or keep the legs straight as you exhale. Elbows close to the body to go down to chaturanga. Inhale, come out in a cobra. Toes pointing back, elbows in, open the heart forward. As you exhale, bend the knees and shift the weight back into the downward dog. Exhale. Breathing in. As you breathe out, feel your abdominal pull into the spine. Feel the sitting bones opening to the back. Feel the inner thighs here rotating to the back. Even though your toes are still pointing towards your hands, you're feeling that internal rotation back. So it will help your hips tilt and will help create a more of a straighter line through the spine. You also feel this through your hamstrings. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's try to now flow 4 more times, and I'm going to modify first. So you move plank, knees, down, opening the cobra, knees, tuck the toes, exhale, downward dog. Now that was the modification. If you're flowing without the modification, you're going to find your plank, down, come up, upper dog, And then roll through the feet, exhale, back downward dog. So we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, feel alive, just like the water that gives you life. And forward, down, open, back one more time. Inhale, down, open, exhale, back. Soft as knees. Taking now your right foot in to step between your hands. That transition sometimes can be very hard, so you can use your hand to help that foot come in. Take the left to meet the right. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold yourself in, bending the knees when you fold. Arms come around, rise back to the very top, and hands to heart. We're going to come into triangle position, so go ahead taking your feet wide apart, and I'm going to have you take your right toes pointing over to the front, left foot slightly in. This hinge is happening through your hips, so have your hands out to the sides, and I'm going to have you flow from the right to the left. So the way we're going to do, we're going to take the right hand palm up as you reach over, and when you come back, you're going to take now your left palm up, and you flow right, and then left, and just flowing with the sound of the water, and forward, and back. And this time when you go over towards the right, you're going to let your right hand come down, let the left arm comes up, and open. Now here you might use your blocks for stability to keep you stable. It can be high depending on your hamstring, or low. This will be midway all the way. Or for those that don't need it, you can take the fingers all the way down. I personally actually like on the triangle to take the hand on the back side of the foot, so I know that I'm really opening everything back. So here we're going to take the left arm to the sky, and think of firming your legs. Feel solid, strong here. The top arm can bend. And then when you exhale, think of your left ribs opening towards the ceiling when you're breathing out. Extend. Good. We're going to bend here your right knee and slide the left foot back, farther back more. And then take your left arm by your ear. Create the wide side angle pose. Again, if you need the stability, you can take that hand on the block and reach. Feel alive, feel that nice long line. So often the hips are too high, so really thinking of releasing, and watch this knee to not pass over your ankle. Go ahead, turn facing now over towards the right. Now here I'm gonna have you take your left foot and adjust it. You're gonna adjust where the hips here are square, lengthen up to the top. So now you are facing over to the right side. Inhale, lean forward, exhale. I want you to mold yourself down over to the leg, and feel free to bend that right knee as much as you need to as you fold again. Inhale, think you're back undulating with each exhale, folding down. Again, inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, exhale. Take your right hand now at the top of your hips, and check with your hips to make sure they're level. Sometimes one hip wants to be higher than the other. I speak for myself, that happens a lot. And then when you exhale, you're going to rotate and twist to the right side. So if you're using the prop like a block, use that support and start twisting towards the right side. You're going to fold yourself in, and I'm going to have you turn over towards the front here, as you're going to have both of your feet point in the same direction. Take the hands at the hips, lengthen yourself up to the top. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, reach forward halfway. Now right there, think of your back nice and straight. We're going to do that again. Inhale. Soft the knees as you lean forward. Exhale. Good. Now you're going to slowly let yourself mold in, letting the spine undulate down to force the head to relax. Let your arms here now find the floor. So maybe widen the feet if you need that for finding your hands on the ground. And then you're going to walk the hands as you're creating a little bit of a more of a traction. So as you get deeper, you're trying to get your chest closer down and try to create traction through your hands, even the elbows bent. So if I was showing this from the side view, will be this way or this way, okay? And you're trying to get yourself pretty low here. Release the weight of the head. Come back into a nice flat back. Shift the weight over towards the left. Sorry, in this case will be right. And then you go left and right and left. And it doesn't have to be as deep as mine. You just feel those hips here moving from side to side. And we're going to create a little bit of a more fluid too with your arms, which also will make your legs work a little harder because now I'm not going to have your hands here to balance. So you might need to be higher to do this, but you're going to go over to one side and the other. And dance with me on the mat. Over to the left and to the right. Left and right. One more. Left and right. Come to the center. Adjust the feet if the feet is too wide. Hands at the hips. Soft those knees and make your way up again as we go triangle the other way. So now you have toes pointing over towards the left as you have the arms out to your shoulders height. And we're going to hinge through the hips. So we're going to start with that hand undulation. We're going to pivot the hand, the left hand up as you reach over to the left. And as you come back, let your right hand go back and left and right and left and right. And notice those hips here loosening up as you go. Feeling that left hamstring here slowly give. So that leg stays straight, we're going to slowly lower that left arm. Again, add the props if you need it. Open up through the right side. And here we imagine there's a platform behind you that you flatten yourself against it. And there, find the quality of your breathing while you're in the pose. So you might find yourself still in the pose, but you're really not because you're breathing. You are constantly flowing. That top arm can bend. Think of open those ribs up to the sky when you exhale. Reach that arm up to the top and slowly make your way up. Good. From here, we're going to level ourselves over towards the left. So adjust here. Oh, actually, sorry. I did miss one thing here. I want to make sure we be balanced and even. So as we're in the triangle, you're going to bend here this time your left. So if you had the props, add the props. We're going to go to the right side angle on this side. So lower the hips and slide now your right foot back. Okay? Taking here your right arm by your ear and find your expression. That energy is coming from the foot all the way through your body to your fingertips. Feel the energy like I'm a rubber band that you're stretching out. And then you can slowly rotate your body facing down. This is where we're going now into a pyramid. So adjust those hips. When you adjust it, you don't want the feet in line now. You actually want them slightly apart. So if I was doing this facing you, your feet are about your shoulders width, okay? So level, lean forward, soften that left knee. Good. You're gonna come back and forward. Now this is where you could use your props as you're folding. Now I'm gonna have you bend a little bit that left knee. We're gonna undulate the spine here with the breath. Inhale, and then mold down, exhale. Inhale, and mold in, exhale. One more time, inhale, mold down, exhale. Good. Left hand can be on your prop. We're gonna take the right hand, under the block if you have it. The left hand at the hip. So now we're gonna make sure those hips are square, and we're gonna start rotating to the left. So here we invite the left hip back. Open the left arm, exhale. The hand comes down. Then you're turning around to the front. So this is where we're going now, side to side once again in that wide leg forward fold. We're gonna go over first to the left and to the right. To the left, to the right. Add those arms, dance with me. To the left and right and left. And feel the flow and left and right. This time as you go to the left, I'm gonna have you turn your toes outward. And this is where you could use your blocks to sit on. So I'll have the block back. You might need to adjust the foot forward. and find yourself now more into a low squat on a single leg here on the left side. Some of you might find that if you don't have your props, that the heel will have to come off the ground because of your Achilles and you're more like this. If you don't need anything at all, you're gonna be squatting. And then the next thing I want you to do is trying to freeing those hands and lengthening the chest as you bring the opposite toes up. We're gonna try to do that transition to the other side. You might use the hands to come off of the position so you can go to the other side. So remember here, we're trying to squat and relax. So use the props as much as you need. Your hands might not come off the ground, but if you can, try to lengthen the spine up straight. Nice long exhale. Now for those that feel like you can move with grace from side to side without the hands, this is my challenge for you. You're gonna try to go from one to the other with no hands. And here you feel those legs working, but also lengthening. Good. We're gonna come back to the left side. So if you were doing this slowly, you're gonna slowly make your way over towards the left, and you're gonna start rotating your body over towards the left. Now watch what's gonna happen with my right knee. I'm going to bend it, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Some of you need to have the block to sit on, so you can face over to the back. So I'm giving you my back to you. Because of the camera's sake, I'm gonna say, let's say you're here, you're gonna turn, 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 and I'm gonna face towards you, okay? Right, in my case, I don't need the block, but if you need the block, sit on. And then your next thing is trying to let your feet go a little bit wider for the open cow stretch pose here. Sometimes you need to lean forward, adjust the knees closer to each other, and then you sit back. And when you sit back, you can feel those hips settle and feel the stretch on the outside of those hips, on the abductors here, outside of those hips. So your IT bends too, get a good stretch on this. So as you hear, I'm gonna let you move with the breath flowing forward. Exhale, think of letting your chest pass to the front, and then you go slightly back. And some of you might find sitting right here, it's getting the stretch exactly what you need. But if you can go further, you're gonna exhale as you're going over. Almost like you want to pass your chin over your knee as you move forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And try to stay there and relax. Noticing the breath is flowing, even on the stillness. We're gonna come back, and here we're gonna add just your arms to it. So because here you must have your left leg in front, because if I was doing this facing the same way as you, it'll be facing the other way. You're gonna take your left arm up, and you're gonna use here your right hand on top of the left elbow, and you're gonna adjust that elbow closer to your head so you can feel the stretch all the way through the left side of your body. And you can even look over towards the left, and then you're gonna take the right. Now here when you do the right, and this is where I'm gonna be facing back so you can see what happens to the back arm. So the right arm is gonna come behind, and the way of helping this hand to come up, you take the hand and you adjust it to bring it up higher. So in my case, I can reach to my elbow, and once I have my hand on my elbow, I can give it a little bit of support and help to bring this hand up where the fingers point up. You might find that this is not the easiest, or it's not something you can do. So if that is the case, take a towel on the top hand, and the towel is going to come down, and where you will try to meet here the hands on the towel with the bottom hand to pull it closer. And for those that have yoga straps, those yoga straps are perfect for this. I want you to feel that breath and feel that you're trying to get the fingers. For the camera's sake, I'm going to turn myself around again, facing you. And we're going to try to lean forward from this position. On the exhale, you're going to think of lean forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale. One more this time, this way. And because it can be a lot on the shoulders, slowly letting those hands come off from that position. Letting the hands flex off to the sides and circle. Feel your shoulders here relax into the pockets. Imagine you have jeans and the shoulders are going down to the pockets. And then you circle the other way. Small little circle with the hands flexed. Taking now your left on top, right under, and try to hug yourself here in. And give it a nice squeeze hug. I'm proud that you're taking the time here to join, and hopefully that you are doing it too, or doing it later. And then slowly release it. Wonderful. We have the other side here to do. So we work from this position. I'm going to unwind and go over towards the front. So we work here, unwind, and we're going to the other side. So here we are, facing this way. So here we're going to take your left tucked under. And again, remember you can do this with your blocks under. And then your twist facing. Because I only have one camera, not multiple cameras, I'm going to turn around myself towards the camera here. But we spiral where we are facing this way now. So I don't need the block, I'm going to take it down. But if you have the block, keep it so you're not feeling this on your joints in the wrong way. You want to feel that you are opening them. But if you feel like it's excruciating pain and it's getting your breath out of a good pattern, then it's probably too intense, too much. So we are from here moving forward with the breath. So exhale. As you breathe out, feel yourself folding and molding to that top leg. So you're going to feel most the leg that is on top. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale, just like my shirt said. And then for exhale. All right, so right here, find yourself relaxed. Find yourself breathing into that stretch. And you might not look as twisty as me, but that's okay. You got to start somewhere, and I have seen it with my own eyes, with my years of experience teaching yoga, that when you create precision, consistency on your stretches and you relax and you breathe, not forcing it, but breathing slowly and allowing the muscles to open and to create elasticity, you'll see that with time, you will find that you will get more and more flexible. It's like anything that you put your mind into. If you really want something that you wanted to achieve and you set time on it, chances are you will improve. So take your right arm up at the top. You're going to bring now your left hand to that right elbow, and you're going to adjust your arm closer to your head. So here, as you do that adjustment, look over towards the opposite way, do a little bit of leaning just to get that nice good stretch. And then we're going to go to the bottom hand. So the bottom hand, you're going to bring it back just like I showed you before. You're going to try to reach for your forearm or elbow, where your fingers now are reaching up towards the sky, and you're trying to get that. Now if you're using a prop, you're going to take a towel and bring it at the top hand, so it can give you a leverage to meet here, perhaps the fingers or the towel, so you can get yourself a little bit more of a flexibility. And you're trying to just breathe up straight first. Again, if you feel too much of a joint pain, don't go as deep or any farther. But if you can go a little bit more with the movement here, you're going to exhale, go forward towards that front leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll stay there and breathe nice and slow. And when it's the hardest is when you know you need to spend a little bit more of a breath and oxygen. And come back. Slowly release. So remember, we're going to do this slowly to take those hands out. Flex, set your chest up, and then circle the hands nice and small. With an open, proud chest right here. Breathe in. Breathe out. And reverse the circle the other way. Very good. From there, we come off from this position. So you're going to turn around until you find that open leg, which in this case, let me turn myself towards you so it's not a weird angle there. Lengthen up the spine And as you take the hands at the hips, come all the way up to the top. Now I'm gonna have you take your heels and toes out, going to a 5-point star. Alive on a Sunday morning. Feel that energy spreading from the center out through your limbs, through your hands, through your feet, and through your head. And as you're here, you're gonna exhale, feel your elbows and knees go off to the sides, and the chest here opening forward. And I want you to slowly dance yourself from side to side, from one foot to the other. And as you come to more to the middle, see if you can do this now with your heels, going up, one heel up at a time. And then I want you to take your forearms where they come down, the elbow crease, both elbows are down, and then both elbows, not the hands, both hands will come up, but the elbows are the same. And then you take heels down, hands up. And then it goes at the same time, heels and hands. Very good. We're gonna come to the center. Try to maintain those heels up if you can. It is a balance. And take the hands on the inside of your thighs. Now you might find this is too much. You may take breaks as you come down with your heels. But if you can keep the heels up, try to now go a little bit lower with those hips while keeping the heels up if you can. Feel the work. Keeping that spine up straight, abs engaged. Settle the heels, you've done it. Reach all the way, hands to heart. Adjust the feet. We're gonna make a transition to the floor. So we're gonna come to the front of the mat in another sun salutation right here. Surya Namaskar. Take your arms all the way up, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Lengthen the spine. Taking your feet back. This time you're gonna take your right first, then you're gonna take the left back. Find a flow, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward dog if you can, or cobra. Exhale, take it back. Downward dog. We're gonna go into a single leg. So we're gonna adjust the feet together. Right leg comes up to the sky, reach it up and away. And right there, I'm gonna let you open the hip. Take the right foot towards the left. Engage under the right arm. And feel that you're opening up. Now the right foot, if you can, if you like, you can flip it, the dog, or stay where you are. If you know how to flip, that foot's gonna come to the other side of the mat, squaring those hips, and then reaching that right arm up, and find here the wild thing, which we're flipping our dog and finding an expression there. We're gonna take the right hand now down, take the right leg to the sky, feel that extension, and then on exhale, you're gonna take that right knee in towards your chest. And you can do this too with your left knee down if you need to. Pull that right knee in, thinking rounding the back knee towards your forehead, and then the leg back. So you can do it this way with the knee down, or from the downward dog to a plank. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Right there. See if you can find your plank here with your left leg and the right knee in. Circle the right knee around. 1. Pull in. Try to go all the way to the left, up high, up to the left, up to the right, and then around. We're gonna do that 5 times. 1 more, then reverse. If you need a break, take breaks. We go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 1 more, and 5. Take the knee to the right, foot to the left, and then settle. When you settle, slide the left leg behind you. Now here, this is where you can, for your pigeon stretch, add the block under the thigh so they can take the pressure off the knee and you can really feel yourself lengthening up. Now if you can, or if you don't need the block, you're gonna try to invite your right foot a little bit further, because so often when you first start doing this, or if the hips are tight, you will find that your right foot comes closer to the ground. But as you progress, you're trying to bring that foot further out in front. Now we're gonna take a breath in, inhale, feel the spine lifting, and then exhale, you're gonna fold over to the right. Now, because we perhaps be sitting a lot, the hips are the cushion and they often hold a lot of tension. So we're gonna try to really set some time here to relax and open the hips. and you will find that they will release a lot of emotions, and you can really feel yourself settling here. As you progress into the stretch, think of the back foot sliding back as you're letting your shoulders mold and fold down to the floor. So as we hear, you can put later, if you're watching this video again, you can put this on pause and stay on this pose as long as you like. But I am going to keep flowing. So you're going to come up from that position. We're going to try to invite a quadricep stretch on the back leg. So you're going to, you might fold a little bit to the right to get to that left foot, but if you can, try to get the left hand towards your left foot. Again, if you have the block, use that block to give you that little lift, and then you're going to try to square your left hip over to the front, okay? Once you have that position, I like to hold it from the inside of the foot. Why? Because the tendency is that it's going to roll you in over that way. So by having the hand on the inside of the arch of your foot, it's going to help you square your body more over to where it needs to be, which is facing over to the front. Now, once you're here, you can now gently pull that foot slightly in, and you're going to start feeling a stretch on your quadricep on your left leg. And as you get that foot in, some of you might are already ready to get your elbow crease into the foot. And if you do have that achievement, you might take now your right arm up, and then as you're squaring over, it's going to go up and over to meet the left hand. And once you get that, you're going to again open towards the sky. So in my case, I'm really flexible, so I can actually take both hands and then finding breath to let the head go back. But this is not for everyone, or if you are doing this and you're still having some goals to get better, that would be the way to improve it too. But again, you don't have to be as high as you were. You could be doing low. Even if you're right here and you're just trying to create some balance with your right hand, trying to let go, having a prop under, even a pillow under that right hip helps you to create the balance. So you can be in the position right here and still feel great onto the pose. We are moving off from here, so we're gonna take the left leg free. Taking now your right leg back to where you're headed in a single leg dog, and reach that leg nice and high. We're gonna try to keep the right leg in the air as you go through a single leg vinyasa. Again, you can rest the foot down or both knees as you go down. Inhale, open. Toes under, take it back. Exhale, downward dog. Notice the difference from your right to your left. Feel those hips reaching away from the hands. Nice long exhale. We are going to switch. Adjust your feet together. We have the left leg here to do. Take the left leg to the sky, up and high. We're going to bend the knee. You're going to open. So now you're going to look under the left arm as you let that left foot go across to the right. And you're going to start either flip, and ways to flip in a mindful, carefully way if you've never done this before. It will be like this. You turn the foot. More so if you're watching this and you want to do it later. You're going to adjust that leg that was down. Either can do it this way or this way. So this is more the wild thing, not in a reverse wheel. And then you're going to take the weight from the left foot to come up to rise up. But if you're flipping, you're feeling pretty good about that, you're going to take that foot down, and then you find your expression. You're reaching up. You're going to return the left hand back to the mat, left foot up to the sky. Again, if you're modified, take that right knee down to the floor as you pull the left knee in towards your chest and working through your core. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, pull it in. And inhale back. Exhale in. One more time. Inhale. Try to get that knee towards your nose or towards your forehead. And back. Now we got the circles. Remember, you can do this with your right knee on the ground. We're going to circle, and when you circle, really pull that knee up closer to your chest. Think armpits. And circle. This is 3, 4, and 5, reverse. 1, 2, 3, feeling that heat. You got it. 4, one more, and 5. Foot to the left. I should say left foot to the right side. So you're trying to get it closer to your right hand. Maybe you go to the groin, and that's fine. Then slide the right leg back. Add the prop under the left hip for your pigeon. Breathe in. And then exhale as you fold yourself down. Take your time. Remember, this is something that you have to really relax to be able to go into a better, more of a deeper stretch. The more you relax in here, and the more you can gonna feel yourself giving in into the flexibility that you perhaps here are achieving for. So really feel the exhale fogging the mat when you're here. And there again, you can make it longer if you're watching this later, put it on pause, but I'm going to flow again from here. As we're going to add here your king pigeon pose, we're going to bring that right foot in closer now towards your shoulder. So again, here you can stay in this position and just perhaps working on balance. If you have the block, it will help you to be lifted so you can square the hips, and perhaps you can find that you can get that foot in closer. Maybe find your elbow crease, reaching for the hand, and if you can get your left hand to the right foot, that also means that you can rotate yourself facing up. Breathe in, exhale. We're going to slowly come up from this position. So take the props if you had them before. And we're going to find the hands, square the hip, right leg is now, the toes are under, left leg goes to the sky, single leg dog. Reach that left foot to the sky. Feel the breath in, flowing down. Try to keep that left foot in the air. Inhale, open, toes under, exhale. Downward dog. Here, I would like for you to walk those hands back. So back that you are now with your hands towards your legs. You're gonna feel the inhale and soft the knees and feel yourself folding into the legs, so you can take the hands around to the back side. I have the knees bent. I would like for you to do it too. It's more so for the lower back as you do this. Relax the head in. Nice full breath here. And gently make your way to the ground. We're gonna go into to the floor. So just make your way down all the way to the ground. And as you find yourself sitting, I would like for you to practice the bow pose. So perfect by the lake. So we are taking the hands on the back side of the legs. Take the legs into tabletop. So here when you do the bow pose, sometimes you feel, oh, my tailbone hurts. So that means you are too much on it. Rock a little bit back, where you're more in the back of your hips, the back side of your hips. And then once you're there, you're going to engage the core, but not necessarily rounding the upper back. You're thinking of lifting through your waist up, but still have the transversus abdominal there engaged, supporting you as you take the feet here up, okay? Now you can start with the hands on the thighs. As you progress, the hands might go free. You might find that you can take one leg at a time or even both. Wherever your challenge is, I want you to turn those palms up, feel your collarbones open, engage through the core, and breathe here for 1, 2, 3, get a little closer, 4, get a little closer, 5. Take the hands on the ankles. You're gonna rock your hips now more up onto the sitting position, and feel your sitting bones into the mat as you go from right to left. Feel your chest opens up, inhale, shoulders down, relax. Exhale, let your elbows go out. They can be the arms can be used in two ways. They can do a little bit of a guidance of the knees going down, but you don't, again, I don't want to force it. You don't want to jam on it. We're very gentle when you do that. Or I actually would prefer them coming forward. And then you just let the gravity help you through the legs. As you exhale, you feel the spine moving forward. You breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, forward exhale. Inhale. If you can go a little bit more, go for it. As you're there, you can use your prop as it creates support. It can be support like this, or you might find that it's something for you to hold on to come a little bit closer down. And gently we come up. All right, we're gonna take ourselves sideways if you weren't there yet, and make your way down. So legs are here straight. You can even do a little bit of a tap. Make sure those legs are really relaxed there. And then you're gonna make your transition to the floor. So make it slowly, where you come down to the ground, gently, until you find yourself laying all the way down, noticing how good perhaps your body feels here. I am going to do the happy baby as your inversion today. So here you're gonna bend your knees and try to reach for either inside of the feet or the outside of the feet, or you might like to use your pace fingers to go to the big toes. As you're here trying to set your knees closer to your armpits with the arches, the sole of the feet facing the ceiling. As you exhale, think of lengthening the back side of your neck, and also relax your hips down into the floor. Nice full breaths. You might try one leg to the side at a time. You might try both legs both at the same time out. That's totally optional. You can rock side to side. And when you find there your stillness, feel your shoulders again relaxing down. Try to get the stretch again. Even if the knees are bent, you can still get the benefit from the pose. And then I'll let you slowly release of your hands and help on the outside of the legs to hug the legs back to the sky. And go ahead, point 1 foot at a time. And really, perhaps you can hear your feet popcorn sound, cracking. And you can circle the ankles, circle the other way. And gently bend your knees, place the feet on the ground. Opening your arms and slide just the left leg down. Bring your right knee into the chest and let that knee come across. Now look over to the opposite side, which will be your right. Maintain the shoulder down. Big exhale, feel the belly squeeze in. Feel the twist through the spine. Inhale. Guiding the foot to go across, exhale. Open the knee to the sky to a tree pose facing up. And feel the weight of the bones here heavy. Extend here your right leg, hug in the left, pull it in close. Then you open the left arm. You're gonna take here the left knee across to the right, so do a nice and slow inhale. You might hear your back adjusting, mine just did. And that's absolutely normal. It's like your self chiropractor adjustment there, or whatever your body there needs release, you'll do it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then go ahead, open the knee to the side. Feel yourself relax facing up. And extend the left leg. Now here, I would like for you to just jiggle any tension off your hips. Relax the feet side to side. Relax any tension off your neck. You might even use your feet flex and do like a little rocking motion up and down, and just really feel yourself there. Settle. Let your palms face up. And find the relaxation. Closing the eyes. Feel your whole body there resting. Notice that all the fluidity that you've done through the class. And while doing the relaxation, I am going to, you can stay in your Savasana, and I'm just going to have you here see the water. And let that to help, if you are watching, trans you through the meditation aspect of yoga, which is the relaxation. Noticing the sounds with no judgment, no expectations. Allow to hear yourself feel present, pure, content. You can make your relaxation longer, but I will finish this session today. And just bring your hands now in front of your heart as we here bound. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for being here with me this morning. Have a lovely Sunday, and I'll see you next week. Bye.